You sit there scrolling, tapping, endlessly consuming moments that vanish as soon as they appear, thinking it's life, thinking it's meaningful. But a monk once warned me, and he would warn you too. You are wasting your life on this. Not on someone else's story, not on the noise of the world, but on the illusions you've been fed since childhood, illusions that whisper, do more, buy more, chase more. Every like, every view, every fleeting dopamine hit is a tiny thief stealing your most precious asset, time. Imagine a river, wide and unstoppable, flowing with golden sunlight, each drop a moment of your life. Every second you give to distractions, that river is slipping past. And one day, when you look back, you will realize the treasure was flowing right beneath your fingertips, unnoticed. The monk doesn't say this to scare you. He says it to wake you up. There is no greater tragedy than to reach the end of your days and discover you spent them on things that didn't matter, on echoes of noise rather than the sound of your own soul. So, what does it mean to waste your life? It is not laziness, it is not idleness. You can be busy, but busy with what? The monk tells a story of a man building a house, brick by brick, day by day, believing he is creating a masterpiece. Yet he's building it on sand. Storms come, the foundation crumbles, and the house collapses, leaving the man bewildered. This is the life of endless tasks, achievements without reflection, pleasures without presence. You chase promotions, possessions, recognition, yet deep inside a quiet emptiness grows, like a shadow creeping over the sunlight. You know it. You feel it when you lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, heart beating, mind racing, and you wonder, is this all there is? That restless whisper is the monk speaking to you, saying, there is more. But you must stop what you are doing wrong. What are the things we waste life on? The first is attention surrendered to illusions. Social media, mindless scrolling, comparison traps, they are the modern-day opium. A fog that blurs the distinction between what is real and what is trivial. Every moment lost here is a moment not spent learning, not spent creating, not spent connecting with the people who matter, not spent walking in nature, not spent listening to the deepest parts of yourself. The second is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of uncertainty. These invisible chains tie you to a life half-lived. You postpone dreams, silence your voice, ignore the nudges of your heart, all because society has taught you to obey fear instead of curiosity. Imagine a bird that refuses to fly because it worries about falling. The sky remains infinite, but the wings remain folded. How long will you sit in the cage you've built for yourself? And then there is attachment clinging to comfort, to routine, to the false security of things that do not nourish the soul. We hold on to jobs we despise, relationships that drain us, habits that dull us, thinking that stability equals life. But the monk warns, life is never stable, and comfort is often a cage disguised as a bed. To live fully, to live consciously, we must be willing to let go, to face uncertainty, to step into the discomfort that growth demands. The monk teaches that wisdom is noticing the subtle ways in which we betray our own potential. He speaks not with judgment, but with clarity, and his clarity cuts through the noise like a bell in a silent temple. You are wasting your life when you live unconsciously, when you let the world decide your priorities, when you ignore the questions that matter. What do I truly desire? What legacy do I wish to leave? Who am I beneath the roles and labels I have been given? The answer is rarely found in the next notification or the next purchase. It is found in stillness, in attention, in moments where you dare to confront yourself. Think about the people you admire, the lives that inspire awe. Were they distracted by the trivial? Did they waste their time on noise? No, they listened, they acted, they embraced discomfort, they faced fear, and they aligned their actions with the deepest truth inside them. Life is brief. A monk once told me to imagine life as a candle burning in a dark room. Every distraction, every meaningless pursuit, snuffs out a little of the flame. The wind blows, the flame flickers, and before you know it, the light is gone. But when you focus, when you cultivate presence, when you act with intention, the flame grows bright and steady, illuminating not just your path, but the paths of others as well. You are wasting your life when you confuse motion with progress. You are busy, yes, but moving in circles, chasing shadows, running toward mirages. True progress is not in doing more, but in doing what matters. The monk calls it aligned action, living according to your values, your purpose, your inner compass. Imagine walking through a dense forest without a map. blindly following every sound, every rustle, thinking it will lead you somewhere. That is life without reflection. To live well, you must pause, breathe, observe, and then choose your steps with intention. You are wasting your life when you postpone joy, when you wait for a perfect moment that will never come. The perfect job, the perfect partner, the perfect circumstances, they are illusions. Life is happening now in imperfect moments, in the cracks, in the pauses, in the ordinary. The monk laughs at perfection. He says it is a mirage that keeps you from embracing reality, that keeps you from noticing the beauty that already exists. You are wasting your life when you live in the past or the future, chained by memories and anxieties, unable to inhabit the present. The past is a teacher, not a prison. The future is a canvas, not a guarantee. Only now is real. Only now can you act. Only now can you create. Imagine a sculptor with a block of marble. He doesn't lament the mistakes he made on another sculpture, nor does he obsess over the sculpture he hopes to make in 10 years. He focuses on the stone in front of him, chisel in hand, and brings form from chaos. That is presence. That is life lived fully. The monk's warning is simple but radical. Stop giving your life to distractions, fears, attachments, and illusions. Instead, give it to attention, curiosity, courage, and presence. Pay attention to your own mind, your own heart. Notice what is draining you. Notice what elevates you. Ask yourself, if I had only 1 year left, would I spend it this way? Let that question echo in your mind until it wakes you. Life is not just about survival or comfort or fleeting pleasure. Life is about growth, contribution, connection, and awakening. The monk reminds me that the simplest things often carry the deepest meaning. A smile offered sincerely, a word spoken with care, a moment of stillness in the morning sun. These are not trivial. These are the threads of a life well lived. You are wasting your life when you ignore the whispers of your soul. That inner voice that nudges you toward what feels alive, authentic, and real. We spend so much time listening to the world, its opinions, its standards, its relentless push for conformity. But the monk teaches that true wisdom comes when you start listening inward. When you learn to distinguish between noise and signal, between what matters and what doesn't. And there is another twist. The very things you think are essential, the constant busyness, the pursuit of recognition, the accumulation of wealth and things, are often the very things that steal your attention from what truly matters. You may believe you are achieving, but the monk asks, what is the cost? How many sunsets have you missed? How many conversations have you shortened to check your phone? How many dreams have you deferred because the world demanded obedience to its shallow expectations? Life, he says, is a mirror. It reflects back to you what you invest your energy in. Pour it into noise, and the reflection is shallow. Pour it into meaning, and the reflection is luminous. You are wasting your life when you don't ask these questions. When you accept the default narrative, when you assume that life is measured by what others value instead of what you value. The monk warns, the greatest danger is not failure, not suffering, not death. It is living unconsciously, sleepwalking through the only life you will ever have. And yet there is hope, because awareness is the first step. The moment you recognize the thief of time, the illusion, the habit that binds you, you gain power. Awareness is a blade that cuts through distraction. It is a light that illuminates the path. From there, action becomes possible. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You don't need to renounce everything. Start with small steps. A conscious morning, a mindful meal, a conversation without distraction, a walk without your phone. Notice the wind, the leaves, the passing faces. Notice the rhythm of your own breath. Ask yourself, am I awake or am I drifting? The monk reminds me that life is cyclical, like the tides, like the seasons. Moments of clarity come, then fade, then return. We falter, we drift, we get distracted. But we can always return to presence, to intention, to attention. Each choice, each moment is a chance to redirect the river of your life towards something meaningful, towards something alive, towards something real. You are wasting your life if you wait for permission, if you wait for a sign, if you wait for someone else to tell you that you are allowed to live fully. No one will give it to you. The monk says it is yours by birth, your inalienable right, but it must be claimed fiercely and consciously. And here's the paradox. When you let go of the pursuit of validation, when you release the obsession with outcomes, when you stop trying to control every moment, life becomes more vibrant. The present blooms, opportunities appear. Joy emerges from the cracks. You realize that the river of your life is not something to be managed. It is something to be experienced moment by moment, fully. The monk does not offer easy answers, and he does not offer comfort in the conventional sense. His warning is sharp, unsettling, but liberating. You are wasting your life when you live for the approval of others, when you chase trends, when you conform to narratives that are not your own. The challenge is radical. Live for yourself, yes, but not selfishly. Live for your deepest truth, your unique spark, the contribution only you can make. And if you take nothing else from this, hear this: the smallest shift in attention can ignite a transformation. One conscious hour can outweigh 1,000 distracted ones. One honest conversation can outweigh years of superficial interaction. One choice to step into presence, to act from awareness, can ripple across decades. You are not too late. You are not powerless. The monk says that every moment is an opportunity to reclaim your life from the thieves of time. So, pause now. Breathe. Observe. Ask yourself, what am I giving my life to, and what am I giving it for? And then act. Align your actions with what matters. Live for what is real. Live for what is deep. Live for what awakens your soul. And remember, the river is still flowing. The sunlight still shines. Your moments are still yours. Claim them. Guard them. Live them fully. The monk's warning is not a condemnation. It is an invitation. An invitation to wake up, to see clearly, to act intentionally, to stop wasting your life on illusions, fears, distractions, and attachments. It is an invitation to live awake, alive, and aware in every breath, every thought, every heartbeat. And as you step into this awareness, you will discover that life is not a problem to be solved, but a mystery to be embraced, a canvas to be painted, a river to be swum, a song to be sung. Every moment matters. Every choice echoes. Every action shapes the unfolding story of your existence. You are capable of greatness, not measured by accolades or possessions, but by the depth of your presence, the courage of your heart, the authenticity of your being. So stop wasting time, stop surrendering to distractions. Stop postponing life, step into it fully now. Your life is not a rehearsal. It is the main event. The monk's voice whispers through the ages, urging you to wake up, to see, to act, to live. Do not let another moment pass unclaimed. And as you reflect on this, if this message stirred something within you, if it nudged a part of your soul awake, I invite you to take action in the real world. Not just in thought, but in deeds. Comment below and share the truth you've discovered today. Like this video to honor the awareness you've cultivated. And subscribe to Echoes of Greatness to continue walking this path together, awakening deeper insights, confronting the illusions, and living a life that is truly your own. This is your life. Wake up. Live fully. Claim it.